Children, the future of our world. With a God-given right to happiness, warmth, and comfort, whose needs are sometimes overlooked. Families cannot always afford the necessities which children require. With nowhere to go, and the days becoming shorter and colder, families seek help and warmth in the Christ Child Society of South Bend. Birth, the beginning of pure potential, the precious start of a lifetime of possibility. For some, gracious greetings of love, security, and stability are all to be expected. For others, serenity lies out of reach. The Christ Child Society takes it upon themselves to greet these newborns with wide, welcoming arms. With items both made by hand and purchased, layettes are created and distributed by an all-volunteer staff. These layettes are not only welcoming, but a tribute to new life.
Every Christ Child Society in the United States begins, and there's 40 chapters nationwide. We all began with the layette program because that was the vision of our founders, Mary Virginia Merrick. And she wanted to be certain that newborn babies and their moms would feel the warmth of a new layette. And so, in fact, some women here in South Bend started in their own parlor, is what they called it in those days, crocheting and sewing for babies in need in South Bend.
Dating back to 1947, the layettes remain a signature of the Society. The first layette was presented to a baby born shortly after midnight on Christmas morning. It seemed the Christ Child smiled on this new organization. Layettes are distributed to local hospitals for mothers in need, providing essentials for newborn children and hope for the families. With your support, these kind actions are made possible. Donations and volunteers, the backbone of Christ Child. Through the selfless acts by those who donate, may it be financial, clothing, or their time, the Society continues its mission with vitality and strength. This strength and persistence comes from the community. With a vibrant, positive attitude, the volunteers collect, purchase, and distribute winter hats, shoes, gloves, coats, toddler and infant pajamas, and blankets of all kinds. In some cases, winter boots, party dresses, even Halloween costumes are collected and distributed. Encouraging children to read, the Christ Child Society ensures that each child who comes to the center leaves with a book.
The Family Book Campaign started a couple years ago by one of our board members. It was her idea, and we always loved giving the Goodnight Moon books to the layettes, but we realized the importance of literacy throughout childhood and into adulthood. We've been very fortunate to have Goodnight Moon books actually donated to us.
Through these simple acts of giving, the Society has provided not only comfort, but instilled a desire to learn.
I'm Kathleen Flynn Fox, and I have been a volunteer for Christ Child Society South Bend for almost 7 years. Today we served 113 families, and that means we've distributed about 350 or more coats, hats, and gloves so that the kids would have great clothes to go back to school. And it's exhausting, but it is a wonderful way to spend a Wednesday.
I was a young single mother, and I had two sons. I have two sons. And my first affiliation with Christ Child was when they got ready to go to school. They gave you new clothes from head to toe, shoes, underwear, socks, coats. They also gave you an extra set of used clothes that you could put on with your clothes at home, therefore helping you get your kids ready for school.
To make sure that the children will go to school, participate, and be healthy through the school year, we need to make sure that they are adequately clothed, and Christ Child does a fabulous job of that.
If not for the caring benefactors, the Society couldn't continue to be as strong, persistent, or as dedicated as they are today. And as we come together, let us join hands around our children, sharing in the joy these practical tokens of life and love bring. When a kind word, a helpful hand, or a new pair of shoes become steps toward a hopeful future, we're doing our part.
We've been in existence since 1947 with volunteers only, no paid professional help. And that is really an undertaking when you figure that we're serving 4,000 children a year in terms of children 1 through age 12 and 500 babies with newborn layettes every year with a completely volunteer staff. It is pretty amazing stuff.
There's no way we could do without the individual donations that people give to Christ Child every year.
You know, I'm in a great place. I have never been more happy with who I have become in my life.
We wouldn't be here since 1947 if the community here wasn't very philanthropic and embraced us and our mission. We're very fortunate to have had women come before us who were wonderful stewards of our resources and of the community resources that come to us. Our board is working very hard to continue that legacy, and we have no reason to think that we won't be here as long as there's a need in South Bend and Mishawaka.
Let's embrace this shared mission. In a world of uncertainty, we know one thing is certain. Christ Child depends on you, your donations, your time, your treasures, all to ensure a safe passage into life for God's children of South Bend.